So Gigo is a song about spiritual warfare, and at the time that I wrote it, I was going through like a terrible spiritual warfare where I could literally see the demonic entities around me and see them like mess me up quite literally. But what's crazy is I wasn't scared. I was more depressed and sad and just felt like everything else was overwhelming around me. And when I wrote Xanmmino, when you listen to the lyrics of Xanmmino, it's exactly what was going on with me in that time, in that period. The whole entire song, there's no part of the song that doesn't feed back into what was going on with me during the spiritual warfare. I could hear voices, I could hear whispers. I was physically consumed. I couldn't move at some point. I got sleep paralysis, and I literally just felt like I was being strangled or torn apart. In the choreo, I really like linking my songs to the dance or the movements. So in the choreo, you could see the three dancers literally acting out what was going on with me at the time, and they represented the entities. And I felt controlled at some point. I felt like I wasn't in charge of my own body. At some point I felt like I was on autopilot. Okay, let's take it from there. Tell your mom, your dad, your sister, your grandmother, your dog, 26th November.
And your cat.
26th. Feel me?
Oh my.
Amber Wash, that's your second song.
Yes.
Is there any linking text in between?
No, not sure. The linking text starts. The linking text starts at.
I'm back, but this time I'm doing sound.
That thing is stuck in my ear.
What's happening with that face? Girl. Hey. The movement piece is a coming to peace and surrendering myself to Christ. That's one of the things I did this year.
Battered and bruised, lost and confused, I run to your refuge. Feeling chained, your spirit is the only thing that can set me free. Give me one last chance, I can explain how you make me feel. Lord, you set me free, so here's my...
Did get saved last year, but I didn't really fully surrender myself to Christ. As much as I was serving and doing all these things, I came to God in the most humble way, in the most sacred way, where it was just the two of us and me surrendering my life to Him. The reason of Moya was coming to terms that I can't do this on my own. I can't work out my salvation on my own. So the behind the scenes of She Blooms was an interesting time because I was going through a lot of personal problems, a lot of personal things by myself, and having to focus on a big project like She Blooms had me literally just feeling like I was losing my mind. I can't lie. I was going through a lot. As much as I was putting on a smile, I was literally just fighting for my life half the time. But what's great about the whole process is I had a great team around me working like tirelessly with me, also encouraging me along the way. But the behind the scenes is crazy. I remember rehearsals just being so tedious. Like, I just got so annoyed when it came to rehearsals, and I didn't feel like doing it at some point, and I just wanted to quit it. But I kept on, I kept pushing, and eventually it happened.
Being a part of this beautiful story that is told through music is really something amazing. I feel good, a little under pressure. I feel like time's flying. So I'm only bringing this one for Nsala. I had a lot of fun working on this project. The smiles, the laughter, the jokes that came along with it, it was special. It was a safe space where we could express ourselves and grow together. And even though we had our ups and downs, I think involving God and putting Him in the center is what really got us through it. The whole thing on its own just felt surreal. And as captivating as a flower is once it blooms, is exactly how I felt with She Blooms. What? She Blooms? Make sure to tune in. Let's be the rehearsals. We're working very hard so that you guys could have a great experience and enjoyment. Alright, so please tune in by all means. We would really appreciate it. Alright, lovely things. And this is just a team from She Blooms letting you know that we love you. And stay tuned in it.
One of the main things, or the themes rather, for the launch was creativity.
See, I've been blinded, walking in.
So everything we did and showcased had to be creative. It had to be extraordinary so that people could come with an expectation of Zan's show being enchanting and magical.
I wanna be right here with me. You're where I wanna be. Cause you're my peace. Set me free. Set me free. Set me free.
My journey as a director has been nothing but the best.
Understanding is limitless. I'm highly favored and blessed. Say less, but my journey.
Working with Maleh, Rapelang, Dokozo and Zan herself has been very blissful. With choreography, personally, I wanted the moves to be different for every song. Out of 10 songs, only 4 had choreo, which was Run, Lost, Conmigo, and Come My Way. Each song has its own type of movement, and the rest was just Zan freestyling.
Free, set me free.
And as creatives, I believe that Zan and I came up with the best ideas on how we both envision her show to be.
Say them and pray, I'll reserve my peace. Set me free. Believe in me when I say I am set free. Set me free.
My two favorite dances from She Blooms were definitely Run and Come My Way. They are just wonderful, you know, how they were choreographed, the amount of work that was put into it, the amount of collaborative effort that was also put into it just made it even more exciting. You know, they were very expressive, they were very energized and very attractive. The amount of detail that was put into them was very interesting. These dances are very important to me because as a person who has 6-7 years of acrobatic dance experience, it was a very new world to me. You know, I had not been on stage for quite some time, and being part of this production was almost me having a second debut, just with a different dance style. I wouldn't know how to explain the dance style, but just, you know, as bohemian as it could be.
A faithful soldier, towering over in the midst of Goliath.
It was just amazing. It was amazing being part of this production, you know. We carried. It was just beautiful.
Told me to run, so I'll run because I may lose my mind. 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 I keep begging for peace. I am losing my patience. Put this world in ease.
All the marketing that went behind She Blooms was a very serious and intense process because it was so important for us to let people know who Zan was, letting them into her world. You know, having all of those videos come out had Zan explaining who she was, how she got her name, how her childhood, how her upbringing affected her music genre, how she sings and how she portrays herself. And this helped us a lot in terms of making our audience feel related to Zan, making her a much more relatable character. We wanted people to have a deeper understanding of who this musical artist was. To reach more people other than through social media was to bring She Blooms to the people. So what we had done was cut these small pieces of cardboard, stuck some paper on it and a little cute butterfly to represent She Blooms, and we had written the date, the venue, and the time of where the story would be unraveling. And we had Zan give out the paper invitations to most of the people because of it felt part of our plan of making these people understand who the artist was. So their encounter with Zan is what we actually needed the most, because of it's like the first introduction to the person, the first impression of this artist, having Zan being genuine with them, hugging them, smiling with them, having a laugh here with them was imperative, because you wanted them to understand how important this music is to her and how much she wants to share it with them.
We come to life and we surrender all that we are. My first, my last, beginning and end, my redeemer, my deliverer, silenced by this world, told to conform, but your spirit has come to transform. Your grace, your mercy is ever sufficient. Yes, Lord, you are enough. You are Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh. Clothe me with your love, a love from above, a love that was shown on the cross. Your salvation is peace. I'm so relieved, oh Lord. Yes, you're enough, and I'll serve no foreign God, 'cause you called me out the... I've been picking up the pieces, look what I've done. Messing up the whole place. I keep doing these niggas a favor, acting like my savior. Okay, hey now, oops, I did it again. Saying these words won't maintain me. I'm sounding like the bomb type, exit like Houdini on my knees. My songs like decrees, oh please. Stacking up paper, I'm breathing out vapor. My language mathematical, an equation that only the greatest can solve. Prove her disloyalty, conflicts and royalty. What have you done? Look what you have become. I cover my ears, it's what that I hear. Somebody said something, come my way. Somebody prayed for me, come my way. Somebody said something, come my way. Somebody prayed for me, come my way.